Welcome back to our weekly update. I'm Charlotte McLeod with the Investing News Network, and this is your quick look at the stories we've been covering that you need to hear about. Gold remained below $1,900 per ounce for the most part this week. Market watchers were waiting for the latest data on U.S. inflation, which came out on Thursday. The Consumer Price Index rose 5% compared to the year-ago period and 0.6% from the previous month. Both numbers were above analyst expectations, and the year-on-year increase was the biggest seen since 2008. The U.S. Federal Reserve has said repeatedly that it sees inflationary activity as transitory, but this week's information has spurred discussions about whether the central bank may move away from its easy money policies more quickly. More details may emerge at the Fed's upcoming meeting, which is scheduled for next week from June 15th to 16th. Investors often turn to gold as a hedge against inflation, so does that mean a higher price is in store? Mining industry veteran Ross Beaty remains as positive as ever. He said in a recent conversation that he's been bullish on gold since 2016, and while he's challenged himself to find a bearish scenario, he hasn't been able to do it.
Everything that's happening today, everything that happened last year, and things that were moving towards bullish conditions for gold 2, 3, 4 years ago, pre-COVID, all of that was just, the volume just turned up during COVID, and it's not turned down.
Beaty recently stepped down from his longtime position as chairman of Pan American Silver, but remains involved with Equinox Gold and various other companies. He thinks gold will continue to run and has high expectations for equities. His advice for investors who want a happy outcome was to buy a basket of stocks across the spectrum, from juniors and intermediate companies up to the gold producers. With Ross's comments on gold in mind, we asked our Twitter followers this week if they can think of a bearish outcome for the yellow metal. The poll was ongoing at the time of this recording, but most respondents said they could not. We'll be asking another question on Twitter next week, so make sure to follow us and share your thoughts. We're going to finish up this week with psychedelics. The market has slowly been gaining steam, and investors are wondering how to identify the best companies. This week, INN asked experts for their due diligence tips, and their responses were interesting. Matt Carr of the Oxford Club said he uses Compass Pathways as an industry benchmark. However, even though it's one of the more advanced players, it's still relatively early in the process. As psychedelics companies continue to move forward, evaluating them should become easier. Matt pointed out that many of them are following in the steps of pharma and biotech companies, which means it will be important to watch for clinical trials and partnerships with major institutions. If you've been investing in psychedelic stocks, we'd love it if you leave us a comment and tell us what characteristics you're looking for. That's all for this week. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future updates and interviews. You can also follow us on social media or click below for our free report or any article mentioned in this video. See you next time.